Okay. Check mine. Checkity check check. Okay. Check mine. Okay, cool, cool, cool. We're live! Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. I think it's Battlefield we did the last live, I think. It's no longer on the channel. I don't know, I'm going to miss all that stuff. That crazy. Okay, what the actual are we doing? We're going to get this monster started up. And we're going to go and do... Well, we're going to kind of continue where we left off of the last Snowrunner trucking bid, which I think was called Trucking Hell. I think. So let's get some lights on. Look at this, lit up like a bloody Christmas tree. Look at it. Turn on the old beacons. And let's have some... what we need... Oh, no, I didn't mean to pick that truck up. We just need to grab the... Where's it to? Sure. No, rear. Have I missed it? I've got a massive... The great thing about this game is it's just modded. And there's some cool trailer mods that we've got here. There's nothing we can't do. But for some reason I can't find the rear log trailer. No, that's not it. Log, there you go, log carrier rear. That's what we needed. Right. Okay. I kind of know where I'm going already. Should we jump in the cab? Cool, that's tight, isn't it? Of course, here I am looking for traffic. Let's not crop that sign. Oh! God, those tyres are bloody big. A lot of bounce in the old truck. I hope everyone is well. It's nice to jump on. Wow, what news we had from Sabre then. That's quite cool, isn't it? Sabre and Focus launching their game Road Kings. Might put this down to some sort of low gear. That might be alright. Yeah, so let's turn this down a little bit while we just chill out. We're going to pick up some logs. This is the sequel to Trucking Hell. This is Trucking Hell 2. And we've got the Antarctic. This is Canada, so we're going to be up in the snow. But we are definitely reminded how bloody lovely this game is. Just the way it goes through the displacement of water, mud, snow. The exhaust smoke there, the sound. Of course, the Road Kings, is that King Road? I think it's called. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It looks like a narration, doesn't it? It looks like the guy is called Deacon, and it's obviously going to be story based, isn't it? Which, you know, we've got Truck Driver Dutch Connection, that's going to be story based, and then they're all going that way, you know. Oh, look at that steam off the engine as it comes through. It's bloody glorious, this game is. It really is. I hope you're well. It's Wild West Wednesday here on this channel, but I decided to do some trucking because we've made a bit of a a sort of a decision here on the channel, you know, and it does break my heart somewhat because we've done motorbikes on the channel, and I love motorbikes. We've done some racing. We do any racing? I'm not sure. But the channel has had to sort of find its purpose, you know. And trucking is something that I've always enjoyed. You know, I mean, crikey, we're still playing this game 5 years later. Look, you know. But if there's anyone, you know, here sort of like who's not a fan of the mods, this is a modded truck without question. It's not too OP, I don't think, but, you know, I've done the base game like on 3 different platforms now, and so I just want to enjoy it, you know. Just want to enjoy the game and chill out. But I hope everyone is well. I haven't done a live and feels like a good week. I've not done a live, you know. So I think, like I said, there is snow on this map. This is Canada. Mirrors are just flawless. The whole thing. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to sort of see that king of the road king. And I'll tell you what really threw me is because, like, obviously, oh, good afternoon, Mr. X. I hope you're well. Hey, KT Trucking Stream. Woohoo! Oh, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. I haven't done a live stream in a while, and I don't know if you've seen the news on the channel. Oh, crikey, that's a bit deep there. But with the latest news of ETS, ATS, Road King, you know, it got to the point where like one video on trucking a week is not enough. It's not enough. And on rotation, with those 3 games coming out, it would mean that our rotation now has 10 trucking games, and that would then take 10 weeks to come around. So I've decided to drop the tactical stuff, as much as I love it, you know, the BF6 and the Tom Clancy. Of course, there's a new Tom Clancy game on the horizon, which I wanted to be all over. Metal Gear is like next week, and I was going to be all over that. But, you know, it's, you just can't cover it all. And I've just had to make a decision. What is this channel going to stand for? Like, what is this channel about? And it's about being slow and steady, and the environments and stuff, and trucks. And it's about trucks and horses, really, because I love the Red Dead. So now we're going to have, we're now going to swap out Thursday and have Trucking Tuesday and Trucking Thursday. So now we're doing 8 trucking videos a month rather than just 4. So we're doing double. Because I don't know about you, but like, you know, with this Euro truck coming now, like I want to be doing convoys. I want to work on my fleet. I want to build my truck, and I'm so excited, you know, for this whole genre. And so it's sadly, you know, I've made the decision that this is going to be primarily a trucking channel from now on, really. And I thought, well, what better, you know, I can play this and I haven't got to look at the road. I can just chill out on this for a bit and just do a live stream, and anybody who comes in, we can talk about it. But yeah, that's kind of the deal, really. It doesn't mean that I won't play Tom Clancy, and it doesn't mean that I won't play Battlefield 6, you know. I'll still play those games, but they just won't be featured on the channel. I'm just trying to keep the channel with some sort of identity, you know. This is a ridiculous incline that we're taken up through a waterfall now. Like I said, we did a video not long ago. Look at that water just being kicked up from those tyres. Do love it. But yeah, we had to do this pass. We got one more pass, and it was called Trucking Hell, I think. And we did it with a nav start. At least this has got a little bit more, you know, height clearance. It's got, you know, there's plenty about it. It's just trying to sort that camera. But yeah, what was interesting... Oh, sorry, let me just read that a second. Let's put the handbrake on. Well, we'll just have a good zoom up of our truck. What a beautiful bit of kit it really is. Let's just leave that there while I read the chat. Hold on. Well, I understand absolutely. I have the same problem. Too much games and too less time to play them all. And I'm really excited about ETS2 and ATS. So am I. Holy cow. We can convoy together. It's going to be amazing. And like, you know, especially with the role play, we can take some goods down to Kansas City, or we can, you know, drive down to Italy or stuff like that. Like, it's going to be quite a lot of fun. So, you know, as much as I want to cover first person shooters, Ready or Not, and all this sort of cool stuff, it's not feasible, because to have the trucking games on rotation for 10 games, which then takes 10 weeks for it to come round, you're not doing the games a justice, you know. So in my humble opinion, you know, I'm going to keep the Wild West. I find it such a chill thing. And, you know, as the channel grows, maybe we'll all sit around a campfire and talk about life, you know. So I really want to kind of continue on now. I think we might have to winch off one of these, so I'm just going to pull up a little short. Dougie's in the chat. What up, Dougie? I hope you're well. Hopefully hear more about ETS2 and Arley. So, Dougie, do you think it's going to come tonight? Like the news on... I mean, I'm trying to contain my excitement, but can you imagine? I'm not saying they will, but can you imagine if they shadow dropped those games? Or even just one of them, you know? And so I said, yeah, you know, just like they did with Oblivion. They did all the stuff, and I just want to watch this track a minute. Because we need to get, I just want to get a winch on there. And imagine if they did a shadow drop. Why can't I winch off at stuff? What's going on? Have we not got a big enough... We ain't got a big enough winch. That's the problem. The way these rocks move. Look at that. Look at it. Okay, we're okay. We've made it. We're going to struggle to come back with some logs on the back, though. We really are. But yeah, imagine if they shadow dropped. I'm not saying they will, but if they shadow dropped ETS tonight, holy fuck, that'd be amazing. But yeah, the channel has got 130 odd videos on it, and I've spent 130 videos trying to sort of go on, up you go, you got this. Trying to, you know, build identity for the channel, understand what I want to do on the channel. But the trucking is something that is so close to my heart that we're going to do that, you know, and then we'll have the Wild West sandwiched between the two, and then we'll try and do a few more live streams as well. Let's have a look. SCS are doing an exclusive trailer tonight at Future Games Show. Thanks, Dougie. You're really in the know. So I've got to ask, Dougie, are you working for SCS? Just because you're in the know, you know. I did think, and I've always wanted to go to Gamescom. And I thought, you know what? I should. I'm 51 years old, right? I should make it happen. I should just bloody go next year. Go to Gamescom 26. Because it's something that I've always wanted to go to. I've never been to Germany. Oh, we have got fuel on board. That's okay. But yeah, no, you know, the trucking genre now on console is incredibly exciting. you know, we already know that the game is going to drop without mods. That's not unusual. Roadcraft now has been out for a couple of months, and we still haven't got mods on there yet. But if they have some sound, like one of the big things when you play ETS and ATS on PC is some of the sound mods, like with the just the general sounds, not just the environment sounds, but the truck. I never thought this day would come, to be honest. And probably had ETS and ATS not been announced, then I probably would just continue with the Tactical Thursdays. But those games are so big all by themselves that we I think it gets deep through here, so hold on a second. Does it drop down? For God's sake, it's right. That's not too bad. So we are heading up to get some logs. We're in Canada. KT, which one do you prefer, ETS or ATS? Really good question. I've got both, and I only play it on my Steam Deck, and the Steam Deck does an okay kind of job. Like it's okay. It's not brilliant. I'm running about 10 or 12 mods on my Steam Deck, and if I was to choose between the two, let's just stop revving that engine a second. If I was to choose between the two, my European Iveco sounds and looks way nicer than my American truck. But that said, I quite like the big expansive American roads, and that's going to be amazing for convoys. So I'm pretty much down the middle. It's a bit hard to choose. I think both of them really bring something. And even on my Steam Deck, like the beacons, like the beacons there, they sort of flash as you pull into a yard and you back up. The light on Euro Truck sort of, you can see it flashing all around the buildings and stuff. It's incredible. So if I was to ask the same question to you, Mr. X, what would you, which one do you prefer out of ETS and ATS? Or are you like me, you're sort of like, I really dig both. I was using an old Mack truck. I think that's the rubber duck in me, the Convoy movie. Showing my age now, but I'm so excited. Like I'll happily have ETS and ATS on rotation on the channel. And we'll do we'll do a lot of both. But that was the primary reason for actually sort of saying that. Actually, I think I need to make a decision on what we're covering here on Slow and Steady. Dougie's back in the chat. Hold on, Dougie, who is working for SCS. I've seen it on a blog post last Friday. I like ETS because it's in the UK. Agreed. Yeah, I think it's quite sad though. I think the UK is one of the, I think it might be the base game, and it's one of the few areas that is desperate need for an upgrade. It doesn't have much of Scotland, if any, and it doesn't have Ireland either. And the roads across the UK are sort of like quite minimal. So you sort of like, when you're doing driving in the UK, you move through it quite quickly. But when you're in Europe, it's much bigger. But there's talk of the UK having an upgrade. That's on the PC mine. This is not to do with but I suppose naturally that will come across to the console market. But wow, just what an incredible. Actually, I might just try and track this one out a second. So it's. Which way did we come in? I've lost my way now. Hold on, bear with. Oh, okay, yes, this way. Hold on. or is it worth going around the long way? Because I reckon we might lose those logs, you know. Let me just track this map a second. Hold on, bear with. That bridge is built, that bridge is built. Across there, across there. Yeah, do you know, I might come out the other way, because that, coming up that waterfall, we're going to lose these logs if we're not careful. Look, it's slow and steady, we'll just take our time. Might try and go through, try and get to the road, if I can. Do you reckon it might be around this lake? We'll try that, up into there. There, and then we want to get onto that road, really. Let's try that. But let's have a look at the chat. I prefer ETS because of different countries. I like European trucks a bit more. Yeah, I gotta say, my Iveco on my Steam Deck looks lush. Like it, you know, it's got a proper bull bar on the front. I'm hoping that we get some skins, and maybe I can have it'd be really cool if my truck can have a Wild West theme, because that will really tie in with the channel, you know. But I'm so excited about it, you know. It's yeah, who'd have thought? So yeah, so we'll just build the channel from there. So, you know, like I said, we dropped Biking Sunday, and now we've dropped Tactical Thursday, and we'll just concentrate on this, you know. Not Snowrunner, but I mean, this is a great game. I won't lie, it's a lot of fun. But ETS, yeah, you know. But I think both of them have really good properties, and they're both really, you know. I think I'll purchase both at launch. You know, I'll get the Euro truck and the American truck. Hold on, that's someone at my front door. Bear with me a second. Would you mind if I'm not in? Can you throw it in here? Yeah, it's all. Oh, that's just. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, cool. Thank you. My apologies, that was Amazonian. What's going on? Alan, welcome Alan, I hope you're well. Great to see you. A new name. And yeah, welcome to the chat. Are you Alan, are you a tracking fan? Are you on console? Are you on PC? Are you looking to pick up this these new games? Should I bear around? So I thought I'd jump on this game. I thought let's not knock his fence down. I thought I'd jump on this. This will be nice and easy. I've not got to look at the road. I can look at chat, and we can chill out a little bit. I'm probably going to be on for about an hour, maybe. I have to watch this lake a bit. Is it round here? Ah, it's round there. Okay. Christ, this is going to be... That's a heavy old truck, to be fair, isn't it? Should we go... I don't just want to bounce across those rocks, but yeah, that's gonna... Let's just check this side so we can stay tucked up against those rocks. I do not need to be stuck. That wasn't too bad, actually. That wasn't too painful. Oh, I can see the road. It's over there. God, jeez, crikey. Okay, let me just get on that road. I can see something's been mentioned about motorbikes, and I have a huge passion for trucks and bikes. Let's not hit that telegraph pole. Let's try and stay a little bit in role play, eh? Might have to back it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back that up a little bit. Let's put it into easy. Let's not get that jackknife. It's got a lot of torque, this thing, I've got to say. There we go, look at that snow. So this is Yukon, this is quite an old DLC, to be fair. That's a good place to stop a second, hold on. Don't know how we're doing for fuel. Oh, we've got loads of fuel. So if you like bikes, have you ever tried the TT Isle of Man games? Yes, on the channel. It's on the channel, Mr. X. I did a full lap of the TT in under 20 minutes, I think. It might have been a smidge over 20 minutes. But I love the TT games. I've owned them all. And, like I said, we did have Biking Sunday. And maybe I could bring that back. Just the Biking Sunday. And just keep the trucking. I know I've got silly names for them all, so if you're new to the channel, we've got Trucking Tuesday, Wild West Wednesday, Trucking Thursday, and if there was enough people interested, I would bring back the motorbikes for Sunday, because the Isle of Man TT is cracking. What a game! I'm on PS5 and Xbox Series X. Nice. I've got PS5 and an Xbox Series S. And I can tell you that the Series S is woefully underpowered. So fair play again, and X as well. Looking forward to BF60. Oh man, I wonder if you found my channel because of BF6, because I was covering that for a bit. It's so difficult having all these cool genres. Because I'm going to be getting BF6 on launch. But I just can't cover it on the channel. It's just too many books, typically of a couple of nights a week. And then we're hoping to do festivals next year, so I'm going to be back on stage. And, unless I can do this for a full-time job, which is a big ask, isn't it? Because, you really got to build your channel up to something quite substantial to do this as a full-time job. But I love the Battlefield series. I used to run in a clan and did Bad Company 2, BF3, BF4. Not really a COD fan. I did the original, like COD, is it COD 3 and stuff. Yeah, Alan, I really get you. The BF6. I'm really excited for it, and we'll get it on launch. But yeah, it's difficult to know what to do with this channel, so I sort of made a decision because of the amount of trucking games coming. I think this is where the channel is going to be going, Right, so we're finally up on the main road. And yeah, you can't do it all, it's and plus it sort of screws the algorithm up as well. Like, if you do sort of one thing on your channel, one or two things on your channel, the algorithm sort of gets you. But if I start, oh, don't tell me that's an avalanche. We'll have to have a look at that. Let's get, oh, wonder if it's round here. That's going to be interesting. Or do we go in the water? I think, if I remember rightly, you go in the water and go round. But yeah, looking forward to, of course, Project Motor Racing. Is that done by the same crew that did Project Cars? Is that the same people? I'm not sure. But yeah, I quite like my racing as well. I'm a gamer, like everyone else, I just love all these different genres. And it's hard to sort of like, to do all the coverage of it all, really. But I am with you, Mr. X, I'm really, really excited about Euro Truck and American Truck coming. But those mirrors work well, don't they? They really do. What else we got here? Yes, it is. Yeah, Alan. What kind of band is it you play? Hard rock or heavy metal? Of course, you're into your... Or was that Farah? Farah's into his heavy metal. So, I started in bands in... Oh, crikey. 1992, I suppose. Like, I've been in bands for over 30 years. And I started out as a singer, funny enough. Just a lead vocalist. And then I joined a band in Bristol and I picked up bass guitar, and so I played bass guitar for a while with backing vocals, and then I picked up rhythm guitar, and I don't profess to be a brilliant guitar player, but I picked up rhythm guitar and I did alright, and I played in a band in Birmingham, and I was doing lead vocals and rhythm guitar. In answer to your question, what genre? Sort of like, I guess like punk rock. Sort of punk rock, really. With a little sprinkle of metal. What up, Keys? How's it going? Hope you're well. I haven't done a live stream in ages, and I noticed that Fat Cat hasn't done a stream in ages either. So I thought I'd just come on and but I know we were rocking the me and Keys are rocking, so Alan, who is also in the chat, Keezer, who's just entered the chat, he's also a Battlefield player as well, and I quite enjoyed rocking alongside Keys. Actually, it was quite cool, and I think that's why I'm disappointed that it's not going to be on the channel. But I don't have the ability to, you know, to put out videos every day, because, you know, life kind of gets in the way. You know, I've got a partner, I've now got work, you know, I've got band, and it's difficult to maintain, isn't it? So cool, I should have rolled that down to a low gear and then just let the engine do the work as we come down there, to be fair. Look at that water. I mean, so I tell you what's interesting. You know the new King of the Road, or whatever it's called, the new Sabre trucking game. It looked really good. Like Delta Force's cock. I've got my glasses on to see the TV, and I have to lift my glasses to read the chat, and I thought that said cock. Yes, I tried it this morning, Keys, and I was like, no, that's not for me. No. Look at these beacons, even on the back of the lorry and that. It looks really decent. So yeah, so I was talking about the new Sabre interactive, Focus interactive, whatever they're called. And this new game, hold on a second, now my TV's gone. This new game that they dropped last night. And so I was really excited about it, because I thought, oh my god, that's going to be amazing. Like, you know, because let's take a look at the inside of the trucks. I mean, they do look good. The mirrors are good, you know, they've got all the elements there to make a really good road game. And then, well, one thing, it's story based, so I don't know how that's going to play out. Is it going to be 20 hours long and then it's, you know, one and done? No, in Sabre there'll be DLC, because they'll want to make the game last 5 years, because all of their previous products, like Exhibitions, you know, Roadcraft, it's all got a future plan. But I think one of the things that really threw me is that there was like a tornado that the truck's got to drive through. So I was like, oh god, you know, what's it going to be? What's it going to be like? You know, because, you know, I don't want to be going like, I do a lot of third person in this game because I just like seeing the tires, you know, I like seeing the truck. But if I was to play a road trucking game, I'd want to be permanently in the cab, you know. So I guess it's going to be interesting to see what direction they take, you know. So I think we need to come out on that railway track, if I remember rightly. Oh, I might need to whip over there, actually. Those air brakes, just getting rid of the air, like in the brake system and that, they sound bloody brilliant. Right, try and get over. There's a couple of logs there, but let's try and back this up a sec. But yeah, it's going to be. Oh, punk rock is cool. I play guitar myself. You have a Gretsch? Holy moly! I don't know the G3161 Malcolm Young edition. Very, very nice. I play especially AC/DC songs because that's the band I started playing. That's so cool. So I have, if I was to go for my guitars, I've got mostly Ibanez. I've got a couple of Ibanez RGs. If you remember James Hetfield from Metallica in the 80s, I've got I've got a white Explorer. I've got an ESP LTD Explorer, which I love. I love my Explorer. I did have a Flying V, but I got rid of that because the headstock was really heavy. And I've recently bought a Jackson bass. I quite like my Jackson bass, although my bass is short scale, so that's quite nice. And I've got a couple of acoustics as well, but mostly Ibanez, ESP, and oh, I've also got a Jackson Explorer as well. Keys. If no game interests me this Gamecom, I'm hanging up my controller. Oh, is that what the reference was with the... Well, I must admit, Keys, I'm kind of with you. I am with you. I do get it. I mean, obviously, I'm interested in that King of the Road, but there hasn't been that much on Gamecom that really ticks my box, you know. We're totally off camber on this bloody thing. I might come over here, actually. Yeah, that's better. It's right up there. But I guess we'll see what Gamescom brings today, really. I was watching it live, and then I got bored, to be honest. Okay, where's this road? Let me have a look at the road. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Oh, you can go either way to get on the road. Probably to the right, actually. But yeah, for new people joining the chat, it's news about the channel, really. Like I said, I was doing the tactical stuff. I was doing BF6 and Ready or Not. And I was enjoying making that content, but with the amount of trucking games on the horizon, I think I'm going to drop the Thursday. I spent bloody hours last night pondering over what I should do for the best. But, you know, I can't have one truck game a week with so many truck games out. So, you know, it's very bright light, say. The top of the roof shining to the right and left of us, which is quite decent. But even that sound of the water is quite good. No decent stories either. No, how about Ghost of Yotai? Is that a thing? Like, are you interested? I was interested in Ghost of Yotai, and I played Ghost of Tsushima. I think I bought it on a sale. I thought it was good. Like, I did think it was good, but I sort of lost my way with the story, you know. And I know many people will say, "Oh, that Ghost of Tsushima is amazing," but yeah, for me, like I was gonna get Metal Gear Solid for the channel and do like a Metal Gear Solid playthrough, but it's one of those, isn't it? You just sort of can't do it all, really. Oh, don't tell me I should have gone straight on. Hold on. Sure, I might actually put it on daylight, and the only reason I'd normally go through on the night time, but because of the stream, It will look better on stream if it's the daytime. Right, can't tip these bloody logs because I'll tell you something. I've got no log crane with me. Hey Duality, how you doing? Afternoon, evening, Katie, and no, not my birthday. Oh, okay. I don't know where I've seen that too. That it was your birthday. December 6th. Okay, I'll try and remember. But welcome in, Duality. I hope you're well. And yeah, I don't know. I was looking out for a Fat Cat stream today. I didn't know if he was going to stream. And I've sort of done all my chores, and I thought, oh, you know, I'll just jump on for a little bit and get these bloody logs delivered. So that's what I thought I'd do. But I've always found this to be quite a chill game, to be honest. You know, it's always, here we are 5 years later, and it's right, how do I get back on that road? Hold on. Oh, it's sort of to the, okay, no, it's here. I think we'll pick up some fuel as well, so we'll do that. But no, we'll see what Gamescom brings this evening, you know, and but yeah, I just don't have the time to do 5 videos a week on my channel right now, so I just had to make a bit of a decision about it, because I don't know if it's your Keys, is tracking your cup of tea? Like, Keys, are you going to be picking up Euro Truck? I'm not sure if that's really your cup of tea. Like, are you more of a story, adventure story type thing? Duality, is it your cup of tea? Because you love all the Tomb Raider stuff, Mass Effect. I tell you what, I did enjoy this on Gamescom is the Outer Worlds. I completed that story. I thought it was quite good. The Outer World story I thought was pretty decent. I don't think we need fuel, to be honest, but no, it's a really large tank. No, I didn't think it was Keys, no. Action and adventure and stealth. Okay. I'm actually excited for Lego Batman. Well, see, I was disappointed to see Lego Batman. And the reason is because I've always wanted Ghostbusters Lego. And I realised that it's not, you know, Batman is probably going to sell much better than Ghostbusters. But I really wanted the Ghostbusters Lego. So I guess I was left a little bit disappointed, but, you know, I get the people that's into it, you know. Right, so where else now then? So here, probably across there, back past the garage, and this is where we head up. We've got another waterfall to climb, up to the waterfall, and then deliver here, and that will be the end of the stream, I would imagine, because maybe take me half an hour. It might do. We'll see how we go. It's such a large game, isn't it? All I see is fantasy, sci-fi, hack and slash, and horror. Yeah. But, you know, that's... How long does Gamescom... Is Dougie still in the chat? He knows it all. Obviously, Gamescom launched yesterday, so is it on for a couple of days? Yeah, I can only presume that Gamescom is on for a good couple of days, so, you know, there might be more to come. Unit 24. Oh, Dougie, I was looking at chat. Sorry. What's Unit 24? I don't know what that is. If that's another tactical game, I'm going to lose my shit, to be honest, because I do like my tactical stuff, you know? Do a little bit of first person, just for a little bit. But yeah, the mirrors have always been good on this game. The inside of the cabs has always been quite good. And it's pretty much always been my go-to chill. Gamescom finished on 24th. Okay, I'll see. I'm not looking at the road. Hold on a second. 24th. So what is it today? Is it 20? 20. Yeah, 20. Okay, another river crossing here. It's a good truck actually, this one, because normally you have this is the Antarctic, and normally it has a pivot in the middle of the chassis, but this is a rigid version of that truck. It's badass. The clearance on it is good. Yeah, it's a very, very, very capable truck, you know, and you haven't got to worry too much about things. Yes, you've got to look after, you know, if you're going over cambers and stuff, but you could just absolutely chill out with a truck like this, you know. But no, I've had to get 2 logs across this, and we did a previous video called Trucking Hell, and that was in a Navstar, doing this trip in a Navstar, and I can tell you now, the clearance on that truck and the overall torque of that vehicle was much, much less to what we have here. Did Duality say that he is... Fat Cat's in the house? Happy birthday, Duality. Apparently it's December 6th, I didn't know. But welcome, Fat Cat. Do you know, I was holding out for one of your... I wasn't holding out because I was busy this morning, but I was... I had hoped you might stream this morning, because I was going to sort of like, you know... I was making phone calls and just doing general stuff, and I thought I fancy watching a Fat Cat stream. They certainly know how to make a world, don't they? The Sabre guys and the Focus Interactive guys. Mud still on the tyres there. Let's not... Watch where you're going, Katie, for Christ's sake. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to see more of that King of the Road and see how that all goes. I would love to be 40 again. Why, you, Duality, you 41 and you were referencing last year? Guys, I'm about to say something really old. I wish I was 40 again. Let's think. Yeah, that would be okay. But yeah, just the way the water moves. I mean, this is their own engine, isn't it? This is game engine. It's I actually think the water in this game is even better still. It's still better than Roadcraft, and of course Roadcraft is a brand new engine for them. So I think the Snowrunner engine, personally, for terrain deformation, is that a good word? Deformation of the terrain is actually better in Snowrunner. You know, 5 years later, and look at how bloody good it looks. It just looks brilliant. We were so spoiled in 2020. So we're making our way back to the garage, and then we've got to get up a waterfall, which is a little bit unrealistic. I'll give that to you. But this truck should be more than capable. What's going on? Are we talking about the weather? Oh no, we're talking about the weather. It's 24 outside, but I feel 24 inside. Yeah, the brain doesn't change, does it? Like we're all still teenagers playing video games. Wow, look at that! That was really good. Oh, I remember the days of buying video game magazines and going into work and talking to my friends about, like, oh my god, that looks really good. And I remember being stuck on the very, very original Tomb Raider, and you'd go in like the next day and say, man, I can't figure out that puzzle. And it was a proper, like, you know, you felt like you were all in it together, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bloody brilliant hobby. I do love it. I love it a lot. But yeah, this game just looks so bloody. It just looks great. I really do think it does. We probably don't need all those lights on the front. No wonder it's bright in the dark. Christ, I've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 lights on the front. I think we're coming up to the garage now. Mentally still in my 20s, but physically some days I feel 80. Yeah, I know you have a lot of chronic pain, duality, and my heart does go out to you. It's no fun, and thank God you're able to get lost in some of these worlds. I'm looking forward to when you start your channel again, you know, and do more things on your channel. But see, it's difficult. In the chat already, we're talking about the change of slow and steady. You know, and Alan, who popped in, I don't know if Alan's still here, but he loves Battlefield 6. Keezer loves the tactical stuff like Ready or Not and Battlefield 6 and stuff like that, and I do. And so I'm like, oh, I've just dropped it from the channel. And then, like, you know, Mr. X, who might still be in the chat, I said, like, KT, you know, I quite liked your biking Sunday. I quite liked my biking Sunday as well. Sunday bikes, and he was like, have you ever checked out the Isle of Man TT? And I was like, yeah, it's on the channel. I did the full lap of the TT in 20 minutes, which is not brilliant, but it's not bad. But it just goes to show that you just, you know, you can't appease everyone, and yeah, sort of some decisions have to be made. And I was grateful for what you were saying, Fat Cat, you know, just sort of saying, you know, you've got to do what you think is right. And because I just, unless you do something like this full time and you can put out videos 7 days a week or 5 days a week and have the weekend off, then, you know, that's great. You can absolutely do that. Now I think, actually, is this bloody waterfall? It is. We're almost at a drop, and I'm not done waffling, so might have to stay on a bit longer. It'll be good to get this contract completed, actually, because I've been on this contract a while. But yeah, I absolutely love my tactical stuff, and I love my biking stuff. In an ideal world, I think I'd have Mondays off, because who wants to work Mondays, right? I'd have Mondays off, and I'd do trucking Tuesdays, I'd do Wild West Wednesdays, trucking Thursdays, probably have Friday off, and then we do biking Sundays. No, we do, and then we'll do a tactical day. But yeah, it's just not feasible, you know. It's I don't know. I'm trying to do the best I can, and I'm probably overthinking it massively. Does that make any sense? Like, you know, I'm probably overthinking it. I'm tempted to turn those lights off. We don't need all those lights. Right, I reckon we might need a winch. Who made this? Who literally made this the path? Because, like, so we're going to drop up here, right? So we're going to the sawmill. So you could take this road up here, which is not a road, it's a waterfall. And you go up the waterfall, over these sodding great rocks, and then you're pretty much there. But there's nowhere else you can get up. You've got rocks here. You could probably flatten these trees and make your own road, but it's not ideal. You know, you could probably go up here and navigate these rocks, but they've made it incredibly difficult to get up to this sawmill, you know? Bye, Mr. X. Well, I have to leave now. Sorry, Katie. It was a real pleasure to chat with you. I hope we can do it again soon. Have a nice evening, everyone. Take care and see you soon. Thank you, Mr. X. I really appreciate you stopping in. Thank you for checking out a live stream and catching a live stream and getting into a proper waffle with me, because that's what we do. Okay. So yeah, so I think we might have to use... Although, I think the winch that I have here is very bloody small. Yeah, that's pathetic. So we're going to have to try and get up here as best we can. Oh, go on then. Do you know what, might? Oh. So with that, we'll have to bring another truck out. Yes, go on, go on! Oh, yeah! So I've got to say, out of all the other trucks I've got a Derry, I've got a Navistar, whatever heavy trucks have we got. A Derry Longhorn's pretty big. I've got a Boar. Nothing would do it apart from this Antarctic up there, I don't think. So snow's now coming down. Lucky, lucky. Love the from one waffler to another waffler. Fat cat. But yeah, all good. Like I said, I just thought, you know, I'll jump on. But you know, when I start work, it's not going to be hard to maintain. It's just not going to be as easy. And I think that's why I can only really commit to 3 videos a week. Do you know, I might have a think about the tactical stuff, because I don't really want to give it up. I'm going to have to take the post down that I did on the channel, and I'm going to have to do 2 truck games, 1 Wild West and 1 tactical. But it's 4 videos a week, and that's quite a commitment. Help! I need somebody! Yeah, it's very difficult. And because, you know, unless you're a really large channel, you know, if I'm switching genres all the time, the algorithm hates it, you know. So is that all? That's the last drop, look. I might have to move that truck a second, hold on. Is that my Navistar? I think it is. I stop the engine, change truck, yeah, you go. So here's the truck, I did it. It's a valiant effort that we got that truck up here in the first place. Instead of using the log carrier on the back, I actually put a trailer, and it made even more hard work because we had a long logs on that trailer and the weight, and this poor Navistar, but it did all right, you know. It's a little bit beat up, to be fair, as well. But it's a great game, isn't it? If you love your trucks, you love a bit of, you know, then you can't go far wrong with this game, I don't think. Look at that snow. Look at it. That'll do. Just park it here, I think. Right, can I change truck? No, gotta go. So it's that one there, the no chassis steer. And let's get this one in and get this drop. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do that with the new tracking game that Saber are going to release. I want to see some dates. I want to see some bloody, like, you've dropped all these wish list things like ETS, ATS, King of the Road or whatever. Give me some dates. I don't just want to wish list it. So now we've got to get some medium logs. Now this should be the easy part. So I'm going to pop this over here. And because I'm in full flow, I'm actually going to go and finish this contract. So we'll knock all this off. Oh, peace and quiet. Look at that. And we'll just have a look at the map. So, look, we've got to come back up this sawmill as well. So we're going to need a pretty decent truck to get up that waterfall. However, the log station is not that far. So I reckon we'll be online for another maybe 20 minutes. But what do I have in the way of Paystar? We've got... Have I got anything back in the garage? Let's have a look. Couple of Azovs. They're not parked very well, are they? Okay, we'll park them up. And so I'm just wondering what else we might have. Oh, what about the Barts? That'll do it. Yeah, we'll use that one. In fact, I think I set this up as a convoy. I think that's got a medium kit on the back, and there's our dairy just up ahead. So I think that's already set up for the medium. So let's do it. Cool. Do you hear that thing start? I want to hear that start again. Hold on a second. Uncharted 5 has been rumoured. Do you mean Uncharted 6? Is it Uncharted 6? Although it might be a little bit late. I thought I saw something about Uncharted. So Peeps complaining though, it might be Nathan's daughter, which everyone was expected and excited for. I do not think it be too late FC for a new truck game. I'm hoping Saber's truck game is enough different to have people playing both. I think it will be. I think it will be. I mean, ETS and ATS is not really narrative driven, and I think with Deacon showing off the character Deacon, I think it's going to be story narrative, but it could have a free roam as well. Like they could throw a free roam onto it, so I think it'll be different enough. It's got tornadoes on it for goodness sake. It's what's this? Duality. Right. Let's read it properly, Katie. I do not think it be too late, FC, for a new truck game. I mean, am I missing something? Oh, so glad Saber's making a proper trucking game. Yeah, no, I agree. I completely... No, Uncharted 5, KT, as the other one was a spin-off story. Oh, was it? I think you're the man when it comes to Uncharted. I sort of haven't played Uncharted. I have played them, but I haven't played them in a long while, and I don't know really what I'm talking about. So, Thieves' End. What was the big one they did then on PlayStation? It might have even been PlayStation 4. I don't know. I just want to hear this truck start up a second. Look at that. You can even hear the rubber on the road. Oh, that's so cool. Let's get this thing started up. God, they know how to make the sounds, don't they? They really do. Let's have some lights. Let's have some beacons. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's literally going to be... we have... Oh, careful. We've never... That's a proper horn as well. Oh. I think, we talk about some of the games like... I was really enjoying truck and logistics the other day, I've got to say. But what was I playing? Oh my god, tomorrow's video is Alaskan Road Truck. And yeah, I had a torrid time with it, you know, but that's a proper air horn, that is. I don't know how there can be an Uncharted. I thought it was Uncharted 6, but I might be massively mistaken. You know, I wouldn't put my life on it. But yeah, I mean, actually, Fat Cat, if you're still in the chat, and Duality and Keys, I don't know how expensive it is, but I'm really thinking about going to Gamescom next year, to go into Germany. Like, cause I've always wanted to go, and I'm astonished that nothing really takes place apart from Comic-Cons here in the UK, and I'm just like, I would really love to go to you know, to Gamescom and just sort of soak up the experience? Or do you think it would be like a bit of an anticlimax and you know, might as well stay home and get a takeaway? I don't know. But yeah, just to experience something, you know. I was going to go up to the Comic-Con in Birmingham, funny enough. I think it's a few weeks ago now. And the cast of I know they've been doing the tour for the last 5 years, but the cast of Red Dead was there. Roger Clark, Rob Wheatoff, Benjamin Byron, is it? Peter Bloomsquist of Micah. And I was like, oh man, I'd just love to be able to do, like, just listen to a Q&A. I know I've heard it all before, but you know, if I can't do a Gamescom, I should probably do a Comic-Con next year, and just go and like just, you know, have a couple of days up there. I think it'll be really cool. Uncharted 4. Oh yes, of course it was Uncharted 4 was the last one with Nathan. It was hinted at daughter carries. Yes, of course it was Uncharted 4. So it will be 5 because the other one's a spin-off. My apologies, Keys and Duality and Fat Cat. You were absolutely right. Yes, of course it was Uncharted 4. And I'm very proud to say, because I don't complete many games, but I did complete that one. I thought it was a brilliant story. I do complete games. I just don't... Like, I never completed Horizon Zero Dawn. And please hit me when you see me. I never completed The Witcher. I have no clue how the Witcher finishes up, because I never completed it. You know, I really enjoyed Oblivion. I never completed that. Hold Fat Cat back. Right, hold him back. I've never completed Skyrim. You know, something shiny always comes along, doesn't it? This is like, oh, bloody hell. So we're going to get these medium logs, and then we're going to cut this. This shouldn't be too bad, to be fair. This steak should lap this up. It really should. Oh, it's no, we're not quite here yet. Okay, I'm done, Fat Cat. Oh, are you done because I said no? I've never completed Skyrim. Or are you done? Are you done? Like, you're proper done? You're like, you're going. As long as you finished RDR2, I did indeed. Oh, what a story. RDR2, yes, I completed that. I have something special coming to the channel, but I'm waiting for the remaster to do it. And I'm going to do something a little bit different with Red Dead 2. Because Wild West is staying, definitely staying on the channel. I love it. And I've really enjoyed RDR1. Finally caught up with Bill Williamson. That was pretty decent. And I don't even remember it either. But these characters back in 2010, you know, they've become iconic now. You know, John Marston, and the gang, Sean Maguire. Like, I don't know I don't know who's in the chat, but I was reading up about Sean Maguire, and Sean Maguire was in a bar, right? This is true story. This is proper lore. He was in a bar, and he got talking to Dutch and Hosea. Now, they must have been young, so I'm guessing they were in their 20s, right? And Dutch and Hosea got whiff. They got the feeling that Sean was going to rob them, right? So they dropped the bullets out of Sean Maguire's gun. Anyway, they carried on the evening, and when they left, Sean Maguire held the gun up to them in the back street and tried to rob Dutch and Hosea. And basically they just laughed. They laughed, and they laughed in Sean's face, and he went to pull the trigger. He pulled the trigger, and of course they knew that the chamber was empty. And so fucking Sean Maguire would have killed Hosea and Dutch back in that alley. But they thought he was such a bloody, like a bolshy little Irish guy, that they inducted him into the gang. And I think if they were to do Red Dead, and I know people were kind of sick of that cast, but if they did do Red Dead, I would love them to do them when they were kids. Like when they're in their teens and 20s. Like, you know, a young Arthur, a young Dutch, you know, a young Sean Maguire. And I just think, man, that could be killer. Or maybe they should just, you know, do a completely new cast, new story. I don't know. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of lore there. You know, medium logs, here we go. So we're on the final run, guys. Reverse we need. Now, I might whip to... I wouldn't normally, because I quite like driving in the dark. But because of the stream, I think we're going to whip it to midday. Just because. It looks better on the stream. So what have we got now? I completed Witcher Duality. Keys? What? Keys? You never played Skyrim? Holy moly. How can you never play Skyrim? I loved my character in Skyrim, my Nord. I always play a Nord. I completed Duality. I completed Witcher 3 twice now. That's cool. Yeah, I never completed it. I think what was it? Horizon Zero Dawn came out, and I was that was the shiny thing that took me away from The Witcher, I think. Kizo, finished Death Stranding 2 yet? I'm going to whip down the chat. Yes, finished Keys. Oh, I was quite enjoying some of that on stream. But I guess maybe it was the type of game that you sort of thought, you know, I just need to enjoy that off stream and then just enjoy the story. Fat Cat, no. You never finished RDR2. Oh my god. Fat Cat's never finished Red Dead 2. But obviously, great Skyrim. It's horses for courses, isn't it? But Red Dead 2 is such a great game to finish. Bethesda games are excellent. Prequel or prequel. Busy playing decent games. What an ending. Would never have played Skyrim. Dave's in the house. What up, Dave? If it hadn't been for my PSVR. Yeah, I was busy finishing Bethesda games. Yeah. You know, I quite like your... it's your knowledge, you know. Like, if someone's passionate about something, so you've got, like, you know, Fat Cat with the Bethesda stuff, and even the train stuff, like, your knowledge is really, really good, and, you know, it's nice to hear that, you know, when you're doing your videos. It's really nice to hear that knowledge, and it makes a good, bloody good video, I think. And equally, I think if you've got Duality making stuff on Mass Effect, because he's so knowledgeable on Casey, Kingdom Come and stuff like that, it sort of makes it an enjoyable watch. Even if I won't play Kingdom Come, it makes an enjoyable watch because you sort of know all about it, really, you know, and your enthusiasm spills off the camera. you know. So yeah, but I did see. I think it might have been Dougie. Did Dougie put it up? I think this is quite deep actually. We'll just watch this a second. Did Dougie say that the Kingdom Come has got some DLC coming? I mean, they'd be fools not to be fair. No, I mean it, Fat Cat. Honestly, I think, you know, you were talking about something with the trains the other day, the Japanese line, and, you know, I was proper hooked. I was listening, you know, because it was information that I don't know, and, you know, it's, right, I think it's down between here. So yeah, you know, it's always nice when you know, you've got someone sort of talking about their passion, you know. Right, easy. It's down here, isn't it? Let's pull that back into a low gear. Let the engine do the work. But no, you know, I really do. I'm so proud of my little channel, and I'm just trying to do what I think is that ticks my boxes. And the thing is that's always the hardest thing to do, because I have many boxes to tick like everyone else, you know. See, I was going to buy Metal Gear on launch and do that on the channel. But it's like 70 quid, isn't it? It's a lot of money. And now I'm thinking, if I'm not doing the tactical stuff, then I'll just wait for a sale. You know, because Battlefield, I think, is like 80 quid. I'll get that, but, you know, yeah, it's just trying to sort of, you know, figure it all out, you know. September 9th, the new DLC comes, Blacksmith one, where we rebuild a forge in KCD2. You know, I look forward to seeing it. You know, I'm sure you'll cover it, and yeah, it'll be, you know, it'll be cool. I mean, they did a good job of that. You know, it sold and went down so well that the right, might need to put some markers down because I don't want to miss my. So it's down this road. So probably streaming for another, I don't know why I give you guys a countdown, probably another 15 minutes I would have thought. But it's good to come on. I haven't done a live in ages, and certainly with the trucking news that I've decided to sort of do on the channel, I thought, well, I know it's Wild West Wednesday, but I figured we'll do a truck game. And the thing is, whenever you're doing truck games, like at least I can do this and look at the chat. Like if I'm driving down the highway, it's really difficult to see the chat, you know. But yeah, we've just got that big waterfall. So what else we got here? No idea what my next game is. Oh, bless your keys. Well, I guess it'll be Battlefield, won't it? Are you picking Battlefield up on launch, or are you going to wait for a sale? But again, it's not really a story. I mean, there'll be a campaign, but it's not like an adventure story. It's not like your next Witcher or your next, you know, big adventure, is it? You know, still got to get past chapter 1. Oh, what were we talking about? I've forgotten now. Yes, I'll have to put the chat on the screen. That way I can read. But the thing is, if it's like a long chat, if someone's wrote like a big comment, but yeah, it would work. You're right. You know, I could put something up on the screen. Bloody hell, it's the phone. Hey, I'm on live stream. Does anybody recognise this ringtone? Anybody recognise the ringtone? You get proper bonus points if you do. It might not have come over the mic very well, to be honest, but that was a ringtone. If you need a clue, I can give you clues. I think you have to make it to second area FC. Oh yes, didn't get past chapter 1. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I got it. I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, I got it now. If you didn't get the ringtone that was just on my phone is the Ultimate Warrior from WWF back in the day. I wanted to kind of get like the Legion of Doom, or I wanted to get like I don't know. I think I've also got Bret the Hitman Hart ringtone, but just classic tunes, aren't they? But I got the Ultimate Warrior at the moment. So here we are back on that waterfall. It's a bit of a grisly day. Let's see if I can sort this day out. Nope, that's just as grisly. Maybe it's just grisly here in Canada. Nope, that's grisly as well. It's not grisly, it's just a bit sort of like, you know. Now I'm hoping we might have a decent winch on this, to be fair. I knew it was WWE or WWF as was known back then, just couldn't place it in my head. Yeah, Ultimate Warrior. Do you know, I really tried to get into the wrestling on Netflix, because it's all on Netflix now, isn't it? And I tried, I don't know whether it's because it's my age, I don't know whether it's because it just doesn't have the same nostalgia, but I just couldn't get into it, you know. Yeah, you can tell I got a bit of an OP truck when it goes up a waterfall like this, but I don't care. I'm just enjoying the game, you know. I know people play this with vanilla trucks and stuff, and you know what I have done. I completed the Switch with vanilla. On my Xbox, I think I've got vanilla tracks, but yeah. Christ, I bet that's cold in there. Look at it, it's literally just metal. But the CB moves, the cable, everything just looks kind of cool. I guess we'll just see what that new game is all about from Sabre, you know. Okay, let's have a look. It's boring, full of pop moves, no story, as usual. Yeah, it's a shame, really, because I don't know whether we've just seen it all before, but like, and back then it was quite gritty as well, like, with Generation X and stuff, like, with Triple H and all those characters. Of course, like, oh, here's the I can't remember his name now. I can see his face. Right, he's the guy that the Undertaker threw off the top of the cage. He played Cactus Jack, but he had like 3 characters, didn't he? I'm sure he had like 3. I can't think of the other one. I'm sure Cactus Jack was one of them. But God, did they put their bodies through it? Like, they really did, But I started watching it with the Rockers, like when Shawn Michaels was really young, and Marty Jannetty, I think it was. Dude Love, that was good. Mick Foley, that's the one I was looking for. Mick Foley, yeah, what a bloody icon he is. But yeah, and the Bushwhackers. Like, this is what happens on Fat Cat's stream. There we go, our little Zeke did it. I knew it would. And that should now be the end of that contract. Turn the engine off, and 2 long logs delivered. And, oh no, Oh God, I'm still doing the contract. It needs 4 medium logs. Now I suppose this really is what divides people, isn't it? Because it's a lot of it's a lot of repetitiveness, but not in the sense of roadcraft, because roadcraft is really repetitive. Whereas this, if you enjoy the trucks, you enjoy the sounds and the environment and the deformation of the mud and the snow, then you don't mind doing that trip 4 times. But we haven't finished this contract. We've literally just delivered 1 set of medium logs, so we'd have to now go back and go and get 3 more. Sadly, I'm not doing that tonight. It's now 6 o'clock, so let's just get this in reverse a second. But yeah, it's not everyone's cup of tea, Snowrunner, is it? I'm sure tracking, like you said, Keys or Duality, it's not your cup of tea because it's just boring. It's boring to some people. I quite like it, but it's boring to some. Fat Cat, let's have a quick look. Dude love for everyone. Mr. Perfect, yeah, he was very cool. As a kid, I never liked him because he was always obviously so perfect. The Big Boss Man as well, and like I said, the Bushwhackers were always crazy. Just a fantastic, D Generation X, Shawn Michaels China, Triple H. Yeah, I don't know if they can ever really, I know you got Rhea Ripley. I've been watching some of her. Seth Rollins, very, very good. You got Logan Paul. I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem to have the same. It doesn't seem to have the same appeal as it used to when I was a kid, But guys, that's it. I'm so grateful for you popping in on live stream. I've not done one for a little while, and I'll figure out the channel. Bear with me. Coco Beware, yeah. And Earthquake, do you remember Earthquake as well? But yeah, I'll figure out this channel. I want to cover the trucking. I don't want to drop the Wild West. I do bloody love my first person shooters. Got Tom Clancy on the horizon as well. I think the bikes, Mr. X was talking about the bikes, I think the bikes are not coming back, unless there's a road trip with bikes, and then it might come back. Typhoon, natural disasters, yeah, that's what they were called. But no, just bear with me while I figure out this channel and the direction of it. I suppose every channel is the same problem. Maybe Fat Cat has the same problem, wants to cover. So, oh, that game looks good. I really love that game, and I really love this game. You said to me once that you're a huge Elden Ring fan, but you said your videos didn't really engage with the channel. So I suppose even regardless of what you enjoy, doesn't necessarily mean that it's got to come to the channel. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, the Dark Souls. You're a massive Dark Souls fan, and yet it only, there's only glimpses of it on the channel, But yeah, I'll figure this out. I'll figure it out. I'll continue to find that sweet spot, whatever that sweet spot is for me, and But guys, I guess I'm going to leave you there. Thank you for stopping in this afternoon. Thank you for the congratulations on the job. It's great news, but it also means that it's going to be working. Oh, man, the job starts at 8 o'clock. But can you believe this? It's 20 miles away. It's 21 miles. It takes 35 minutes to get there. I'm going to have to leave at 7:15. Say 7 o'clock, right? It won't be 7 o'clock, but leave at 7. Work finishes at 5. Get home at 6. That's an 11-hour day. And so, as much as I'm pleased to be back into work, it is sucky. Like, work is suck. It just sucks ass. And, like, that's such a massive portion of your life and of your day. 11 hours, you know. Just absolute crock of shit, isn't it? Yeah, need to become a big YouTuber. I think that's what I need to do. But guys, take it easy. It's amazing to have you in, and I'll hopefully see you on one of Fat Cat's streams or something like that, or hopefully maybe even a duality stream. But Keys, Fat Cat, Mr. X, we also had Alan jump in this morning earlier. Dave Closter jumped in, and who else we got scrolling up? I think that's about it really. But guys, thank you from me to you. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Be good. See you soon. Take care. Bye.